The Plutonian. This is Kimi. She lives on Pluto. Kimi is excited because today she finally gets to travel to a faraway planet, Earth. When she arrives, she has to go to school like the other Earthlings, and she's excited to learn about their customs. Since Kimi is only visiting Earth for a day, she gets to sample a few different classes so she gets a well-rounded understanding on how grading and learning are achieved. Kimi walks in on a formal assessment. It's a standardized math test. She observes the students sitting in silence as they work. Some students are working faster than others, but all are looking a little bit nervous. When the student finds the answer, they color in a small circle on an answer sheet. Kimi thinks this is fair and objective, but also boring, and learning is supposed to be fun. Kimi loves fun. She goes to the next class to see if it is more fun. She walks in on a student giving a speech on how to bake fudge. As Kimi listens to the student, she can tell that he knows a lot about baking, and by having the student teach it to her, she and the rest of the class learns about it too. Kimi gets to try a piece of fudge, and she loves it. She wants to bring the recipe for this tasty treat back to her home planet, her home dwarf planet. That informal, authentic assessment seemed insightful, fun, and tasty. However, Kimi was worried the teacher might not give the student a good grade because the teacher didn't like fudge. But the well-outlined rubric helped make this subjective outcome more objective. It's the end of the day and Kimi has one class left to visit. She walks into a classroom where the teacher is asking the students questions to see if they understand the material. The students have to respond with a real example of how what they learned in class applies to them in their everyday lives. Each student had to give a personalized example that hadn't already been said, so that way they would have their own original ideas and prove that they had a real understanding of what they had learned that day and how to apply it. Kimi noticed the students weren't graded on this project, but they all had a clear understanding of what they had learned, which was better than a grade telling them whether or not they had learned the material. Of course, Kimi likes grades, and she likes good grades, but above all else, she likes to have fun while learning. So whenever a lesson is fun and engaging, she learns. And typically the good grades follow. That is, as long as the teachers have a clear and objective approach to grading each student. Fudge also helps. Kimi is excited for the 9.5-year journey back to Pluto, so she can share with her fellow Plutonians what she has learned about how grades and learning coincide with one another. She is also excited to teach everyone how to make fudge. The end.